Alright, this is a quick chicken Alfredo with broccoli. Everything's separate for picky kids. Gonna take the chicken, add some water, frozen. Then you're gonna go ahead and cut up a lemon, add some lemon juice, throw the cut up lemon inside, cover it, leave it sitting to thaw out. Take the frozen broccoli, take a mallet or have anything heavy and just crush up the broccoli while it's frozen. Leave it to thaw along with the chicken. When you're done, put it in a glass bowl, sprinkle some salt and pepper. We're gonna add some butter. Your choice how much you want to add depending on taste. And again, we're gonna leave this all separate for picky kids. So if one doesn't like broccoli or one doesn't want chicken or whatever it is, everything's gonna be separate. But if you like it all, just go ahead and mix it up. So the broccoli is gonna go in the microwave. You don't start it until everything's almost finished. You're gonna take your lemons, and I think I end up squeezing the lemons into the water. I think this was after the chicken had thawed for a little bit. Yeah. Not completely thawed. You still want it to be a little frozen. Very sharp knife. Cut off all the fat and tendons and whatever else. Then I cut it into thin, maybe cutlets, not tenders. Yeah, so cutlets. You'll see it once I put it in the pan. Spray the pan with Pam. These are the two seasonings I'm going to use: garlic powder and rotisserie. You can use any kind of Cajun instead of rotisserie if you don't have rotisserie, or any other flavor you want. But the main important thing is garlic for me when I'm doing Alfredo. So I put the garlic powder first, then I put the rotisserie, then I flipped it over, and then I'm going to proceed to put another layer of garlic covering, light layer of garlic covering the whole thing, powder, and then another layer of rotisserie. These are just basic flavors. It's not too overwhelming for picky eaters, but it still gives you a good flavor. You're not concerned with it being completely covered, but you need, most of it to be that way. Just put it all in the pan. I'm gonna cook it on broil, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some butter on top to give it a nice rich flavor. Just showing you the butter. Put it on broil on the second level of the oven, not the top. We put it on the top at the end when we're ready to brown it off. This is just me getting my pot ready to boil the noodles. Just water. Put some black pepper and sea salt. You don't really need the pepper because you're gonna pour it off anyways, but the salt into the spaghetti is good. I don't put any oil in my water. You can, people do. I didn't. It didn't stick. So yeah, gonna go ahead and pour the sauce in the pot. Then we're gonna take the same jar and we're gonna fill that jar up with water, and then we're gonna give it a good shake. Just fill the same jar up with the remnants, give it a good shake, and go ahead and pour that into the pan. To the pot. Now we're going to add some garlic powder, and I'm going to add a little bit more rotisserie. Again, you could use any seasoning you want. Usually Cajun, any kind of Cajun seasoning. Just showing you the progress of the chicken. We're going to put that pot is on high, getting it to a boil, and then we turn it down and just let it finish cooking. Showing the chicken again, progress. Noodles boiling. I think the sauce was put on low pretty much, maybe like a 4. Yeah, maybe 2, maybe, I don't know, between 2 and 4, just a little light. That's the pasta drained off. Put a little butter on it so it doesn't stick while it's sitting. I just move the butter around. not too much sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and add the pasta into the sauce. Mix it up, get it all covered with the sauce, and then we're just gonna leave it to sit while the chicken finishes. Checking the chicken again, it's still cooking. We're gonna keep flipping the cutlets around, make sure there's none on the bottom that are not getting cooked, because we are cooking it on broil. Then once it gets close to being finished, you go ahead and put it up to the top while it's still on broil and let it start to brown. Getting the pan ready for the garlic bread. We're just using regular bread, and we're gonna use some garlic butter that we bought from Winn-Dixie. We got some kind of thick sliced bread. Go ahead and add the butter, and then PJ is going to decide he wants to add a little cheese on his, and that's the chicken progressing. We flipped it over, left it on broil on the top, added the butter. It was kind of really cold, so it came out in very, very rough. We couldn't really spread it, so I just decided to leave it broken up, put it all over the bread, and once it started to warm up in the oven, that's when I went ahead and spread it across the bread. So that's the chicken. I think I turned it over again, left it in there a little longer. I dropped the oven down for the bread, and I just let the chicken continue to cook while the bread went in the oven. And you see I'm going to use the spoon to go ahead and spread the butter now that it's warmer and softer. So I just did the same thing for all the breads and left it in the oven until it was almost cooked. And I think this is when I'm going to go ahead and turn the broccoli on, because we're getting close. There we go, turn the broccoli on. And we took all the chicken out of the broth that it made on its own with the butter. Separated it, and we took that same broth that the chicken cooked in and poured that over the pot with the noodles and the sauce poured into it. All that good flavor from the chicken. Just go ahead and pour it right on top, give it a good stir, and the pasta's done. Go ahead and put that into the plate. It's ready to serve. Chicken's ready to serve. Broccoli should be coming out. There it is. Alright, we got the broccoli. I'm sure I'm gonna go check back on that bread once I get the broccoli plated. Now you can cook that a little bit longer if you like your broccoli softer, but that was right in between, kind of soft, kind of crunchy still. That's our chicken, pasta. Now the bread is ready to come out. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out, plate it. Looks delicious. Well, it actually tastes just as good as it looked. And this is everything. Pasta, chicken. Yeah, this is slow-mo. And of course, you could have cooked it all together, but with picky eaters, you want to keep everything separate. Most of the time, they're going to mix it up anyways, but you want to leave it separate so they have options. And they can see what everything is, identify it, and be okay with eating it. So that's one child's plate, just pasta and bread. This one is pasta, broccoli, and bread. The next one was, let's see, that was pasta with some Parmesan cheese on it with a piece of chicken and 2 breads. And then the last one is going to be mine's. Pretty much everything on my plate. So you can garnish it with a little Parmesan, whatever you want to add on to it. That's just chicken, bread with cheese, pasta, and broccoli. And that's it for our video. Hope you have fun making it. Change it up however you want. Add your little, special flavors that you like, and hope you enjoy. Thanks again. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.